Hello wine people, welcome to Thirsty and Wise, where we simplify wine. This is video number 28 in our series of multiple choice question videos for WSET Level 3 in wines, where I answer multiple choice questions on specific countries and regions. In this video, I'm going to be answering 65 multiple choice questions on Spain. So this video and this whole series is just one small part of our Thirsty and Wise study and support program for WSET Level 3 in wine students all around the world. If you're preparing or planning to prepare for a WSET Level 3 in wine course and exam, I would love to help. So let's start. This multiple choice question videos, where we specifically answer multiple choice questions on specific countries and appellation, is part of your learning outcome number 2. In your multiple choice part of the exam, we're going to have 50 questions, and this learning outcome 2, you're going to have questions on regions around the world. You're going to have around 28 questions. So let's start. Question number 1. What are the 3 broad climatic zones in Spain? Continental, Mediterranean and Atlantic Maritime, Alpine, Maritime Desert, Tropical, Mediterranean and Alpine, Maritime, Continental and Subtropical. The correct answer is A, Continental, the central part, the Mediterranean on the Mediterranean part, close to the Mediterranean Sea, and Atlantic Maritime, which is in the north and also in the northwest corner. What is the primary challenge for grape growing in most of Spain? Excessive rainfall, heat and lack of water, high humidity, frost damage. The correct answer is B, heat and lack of water, drought. What is the traditional wine training system used in Spain's dry regions? Vertical shoot positioning, guillot, pergola, bush training, albarello. The correct answer is D, bush train albarello vines. What is Spain's most widely planted grape variety? Garnacha, Tempranillo, Monastrell, Carignan. The correct answer is B, Tempranillo. What style of wine is Tempranillo known for? Medium tannins and acidity with flavors of red fruit and aging potential, low tannin, tropical flavors, high alcohol, light-bodied whites with citrus and herbal notes, sweet wines with honey and nutty aroma. Correct answer is A, medium tannin and acidity with flavors of red fruit and aging potential. What is Garnacha used for in Spanish winemaking? Full-body reds and rosados, and blending in Priorat for intensity and complexity, crisp whites and citrus and floral notes, sparkling wines with high acidity, sweet fortified wines exclusively. So the correct answer is A, full-bodied reds and rosés, rosados, and blending in Priorat for intensity and complexity. Which grape variety is dominant in Yetzla and Humila? Monastrell, Tempranillo, Garnacha, Albariño. Correct answer is A, Monastrell. What are the key characteristics of Monastrell wines? Deep colored, full body wines with high tannins and alcohol and flavors of ripe blackberry fruit, light body wines with high acidity and red fruit flavors, sweet wines with tropical fruit notes, sparkling wines with floral aromas. Correct answer is A, deep colored, full body wines with high tannin and alcohol with ripe black fruit. That's Monastrell. What distinguishes Priorat soils? Layers of slate or of red slate with mica, known as licorella, which conserves heat and retain water. Sandy soils with high fertility, limestone soils promoting minerality, heavy clay soils reducing yields. So the correct answer is A, layers of red slate with mica, which is like a shiny kind of things inside the soil that reflects the light. Known as this soil is known as licorella, which conserves heat and retains water. What are the key characteristics of wines from Priorat? Deep color, high tannin, concentrated black fruit flavors, often with toasty aromas from French oak, light-bodied whites with grassy notes, sparkling wines with tropical flavors, sweet wines with botrytis influence. Correct answer is A, deep color, high tannin, concentrated black fruit flavors, often with toasty aromas of French oak. What grape variety is dominant in Rias Baixas? Verdejo, Albariño, Airén, Garnacha. Correct answer is B, Albariño. What are the key characteristics of Albariño wines? High acidity and citrus and stone fruit flavors, often made in a refreshing unoaked style, bold tannin and black fruit flavors, sweet wines with nutty aromas, sparkling wines with tropical fruit flavors. Correct answer is A, high acidity with citrus and stone fruit, often in a refreshing unoaked style. What is the main grape variety in Rueda? Sauvignon Blanc, Verdejo, Albariño, Tempranillo. Correct answer is B, Verdejo. What distinguishes Verdejo wines? High acidity with melon, peach, and herbal flavors, sometimes blended with Sauvignon Blanc, bold tannin with earthy notes, sweet wines with floral aromas, light-bodied reds with high acidity. Correct answer is A, high acidity with melon, peach, herbal flavors, sometimes blended with Sauvignon Blanc. What region is known for Mencia wines? Navarra, Rioja, Ribera del Duero, Bierzo. Correct answer is D, Bierzo. What are the characteristics of Mencia wines? Elegant reds with high acidity, red fruit aromas, sometimes herbal notes, full-bodied reds with bold tannins and black fruit flavors, crisp whites with citrus and floral notes, sparkling wines with tropical fruit flavors. Correct answer is A, elegant reds with high acidity, red fruit aromas, and sometimes herbal notes. What is the primary grape variety in Ribera del Duero? Tempranillo, Garnacha, Monastrell, Albariño. Correct answer is A, Tempranillo. What is the aging requirement for Gran Reserva red wines in Spain? Minimum 5 years, including 18 months in oak, minimum 3 years, no oak requirement, minimum 2 years in stainless steel tanks, minimum 6 years with no specific barrel requirement. The correct answer is A, 5 years, including 18 months in oak barrel. What distinguishes Rioja Alta from Rioja Baja? Rioja Alta is higher altitudes and cooler conditions, producing more elegant wines, while Rioja Baja is warmer, producing richer wines with higher alcohol. Rioja Alta is exclusive for white wines. Rioja Baja is focused on sparkling wine production. Rioja Baja has cooler temperatures than Rioja Alta. Correct answer is A. Alta is higher, cooler condition, more elegant wine. Baja is warmer, lower altitude, produces richer, riper wines. What is the primary grape used in Cava production? Macabeo, also called Viura, along with Xarel·lo and Parellada, Tempranillo, Albariño, Verdejo. Correct answer is A, Macabeo, Xarel·lo, and Parellada. Main grape varieties, but there's also international grape varieties like Pinot Noir and Chardonnay that are used. What distinguishes Ribera del Duero wines? Full-bodied reds with high tannin, black fruit flavors, and ability to age, light-bodied whites with floral and citrus aroma, sparkling wines with high acidity, sweet wines with tropical fruit flavors. Correct answer is A, full-bodied reds with high tannins, black fruit flavors, and ability to age. What is the significance of Licorella soil in Priorat? They increase sugar levels in grapes for sweeter wines. They reduce acidity in the grapes. They retain heat and water, helping wines survive in dry climate. They're exclusively used for white wine production. The correct answer is C. They retain heat and water, helping vines survive in dry climate. What are the aging requirements for Crianza red wines in Spain? Minimum 2 years, including 6 months in oak, minimum 3 years, 1 year in oak, minimum 1 year with no oak, minimum 4 years with 2 years in oak. Correct answer is A, 2 years with including 6 months in oak. What is the primary grape used in Jerez sherry production? Palomino, Verdejo, Garnacha, Macabeo. Correct answer is A, Palomino. What is the primary red grape in Toro Dio? Tinta de Toro, also called, it's a clone of Tempranillo, Garnacha, Monastrell, Bobal. The correct answer is A, Tinta de Toro. What distinguishes wine from Toro Dio? Full-bodied reds with bold tannins, high alcohol, intense black fruit flavors, crisp whites with citrus and floral notes, sparkling wines with high acidity, light-bodied reds with low tannins. Correct answer is A, full-bodied reds with bold tannins, high alcohol, and intense black fruit flavors. What is the primary grape variety in Valencia? Monastrell, Tempranillo, Albariño, Verdejo. The correct answer is Monastrell, A. What region is known for producing high-quality cava in Spain? Rías, Baixas, Catalunya, Bierzo, Ribera del Duero. Correct answer is B, Catalunya. It's not the only region, it is the most well-known region that specializes in cava production. What is the primary grape in Navarra's Rosados? Verdejo, Tempranillo, Garnacha, Albariño. Correct answer is C, Garnacha. What distinguishes the wines of La Mancha DO? It's Spain's largest DO, producing a range of wines including Airén-based whites and Tempranillo reds. It focuses exclusively on sparkling wines. It produces sweet wines made from butter-sized grapes. It is known for fortified wines only. The correct answer is A. It is Spain's largest DO, producing a range of wines including Airén-based whites and Tempranillo-based reds. What grape variety is dominant in Valdepenas DO? Garnacha, Tempranillo, also known as Sensible, locally Monastrell, Albariño. The correct answer is B, Tempranillo, which is called locally as Sensible. What is the primary focus of Humila DO? Robust red wines made from Monastrell, crisp whites with floral aromas, sweet wines made from dried grapes, sparkling wines with high acidity. Correct answer is A, robust red wines made from Monastrell. What is the significance of Airén in Spain? It's Spain's most widely planted white grape, often used for neutral, high-yield wines and brandy production. It is used exclusively for sparkling wines. It's Spain's rarest grape variety. It's a sweet wine grape with tropical flavors. The correct answer is A. It's Spain's most widely planted white grape, often used for neutral, high-yield wines and brandy production. What region is known for producing wines from Cariñena and Garnacha? Ribera del Duero, Catalunya, Rueda, Priorat. Correct answer is D, Priorat. What is the primary focus of wines from Rias Baixas DO? Crisp aromatic whites from Albariño, bold reds from Tempranillo, sweet wines from butter-sized grapes, sparkling wines with tropical aromas. Correct answer is A, crisp aromatic whites from Albariño. It's not really aromatic, but more in those kind of stone fruit and green fruit aromas. What distinguishes Verdejo wines from Rueda? Full-bodied reds with high tannins, sweet wines with tropical fruit notes, crisp whites with melon, peach, herbal flavors, sometimes aged in oak for complexity, sparkling wines with high acidity. Correct answer is C, crisp whites with melon, peach, and herbal flavors. I personally didn't try any white Rueda that was aged in oak, but I assume they exist. What winemaking techniques are commonly used in Spain to create fruity wines? Cool fermentation in stainless steel to preserve fruity aromas, extended maturation and aging in oak barrels, fortification with spirit during fermentation, fermentation in open-top concrete tanks. Correct answer is A, cool fermentation in stainless steel to preserve primary fruit aromas. What type of oak is traditionally used for aging wines in Spain? American oak, which imparts vanilla and coconut flavors, French oak, which provides subtle spice and toastiness, Hungarian oak for smoky characteristic, Italian chestnut for nutty flavors. Correct answer is A, American oak, which imparts vanilla and coconut flavors. What are the characteristics of Granciano in Rioja wines? High acidity, floral aromas, and a key blending grape for structure and aging potential, low tannins and tropical fruit flavors, full-bodied with bold black fruit notes, sweetness, and low acidity. Correct answer is A, high acidity with floral aromas and key blend. It's a key blending grape variety for structure and aging potential. What are the key characteristics of Cariñena wines? High acidity and tannins, flavors of red and black fruit with spicy and earthy notes, low acidity with tropical fruit aromas, sweet wines with honey notes, sparkling wines with floral aromas. Correct answer is A. Cariñena is high acid, high tannin, black fruit, and spicy earthy notes. What is the synonym for Cariñena in France? Mourvèdre, Grenache, Carignan, Syrah. Correct answer is C, Carignan. What is the name of Spain's PGI classification? Vino de pago, vino de la tierra, denominación de origen protegida, Gran Reserva. The correct answer is B, Vino della Tierra. What are vinos de pago? Single estate wines with the DOP status, representing high quality and unique terroir wines, sweet wines made exclusively from butter-sized grapes, bulk wines for early consumption, sparkling wines with tropical flavors. Correct answer is A, single estate wines with the DOP status, representing high quality and unique terroir wines. What are the aromas and flavors associated with Joven wines? Fresh and fruity with minimum to no oak aging, bold and tannic with toasty notes from oak aging, sweet and nutty with oxidative characteristics, high acidity whites with grassy aromas. Correct answer is A, fresh and fruity with no oak aging. What distinguishes Crianza wines? Aging for minimum of 6 months in oak with additional bottle aging, showing a balance of fruit and subtle oak flavors. Light body wines with no oak aging requirements, sweet dessert wines with tropical fruit flavors, fortified wines aged in Solera system. Correct answer is A, aged for minimum of 6 months in oak with additional aging in a bottle. What flavors develop in Reserva wines? Complex aromas of dried fruit, spice, vanilla for a minimum of 3 years aging, including 1 year in oak. Fresh fruity wines with minimal oak influence. Bold tannic wines with herbal characteristic. High acid whites with citrus notes. The correct answer is A. Complex aromas of dried fruit and spice with vanilla. 3 years of aging, of which at least 1 year in oak. What are the characteristics of Gran Reserva wines? Deep complexity with notes of leather, tobacco, dried fruit, and oak from minimum 5 years of aging, including 18 months in oak. Fresh and fruity with no oak aging, sweet with nutty and honeyed aromas, light-bodied whites with grassy notes. Correct answer is A. Deep complexity with the notes of tertiary character like leather, tobacco, dried fruit, secondary aromas of oak, and some, if any, primary aromas. 5 years of aging and 18 months, of which 18 months in oak. What are the 6 geographical regions of Spain's wine production? Northwest, Upper Ebro Valley, Douro Valley, Catalunya, Levante and Castilla-La Mancha, Basque Country, Galicia, Andalusia, Extremadura, Aragon and Navarra, Rioja, Priorat, Rias, Baixas, Ribera del Duero, Penedes and Valencia, La Mancha, Humila, Valencia, Catalunya, Bierzo and Toro. This is a specific question for level 3. So I know that there's more regions outside of this 6, but the correct answer is A, Northwest, which is Rias Baixas, Upper Ebro Valley, which includes Navarra and Rioja, Douro Valley, Ribera del Duero and Toro, Catalunya, the north east part with Barcelona, Levante, near Valencia on the Mediterranean coast, and Castilla-La Mancha in the center. What are the 3 subregions of Rioja? Rioja Baja, Rioja Norte, Rioja Clásico, Rioja Alta, Rioja Alavesa, Rioja Oriental, Rioja Superior, Rioja Inferior, Rioja Alta, Rioja Occidental, Rioja Oriental, Rioja Clásico. Correct answer is B, Rioja Alta, Alavesa and Oriental, or Baja, how it's called. What are the characteristics of Rioja Alta? Are you still with me? We have 15 more questions to go, all right? Stay with me. Coastal influence with so what are the characteristics of Rioja Alta? Coastal influence with focus on white wines, lower altitude with warmer climate producing richer wines, higher altitude, cooler climate producing elegant wines with good acidity, mountainous terrain and volcanic soils. Correct answer is C, higher altitude, cooler climate producing elegant wines with good acidity. What are the characteristics of Rioja Alavesa? A smaller region with high altitude producing fresh fruity wines with high acidity, low altitude vineyards focus on sweet wine production, warm flat terrain producing full-bodied reds, mountainous region focusing on sparkling wines. The correct answer is C, warm flat terrain producing full-bodied reds. Low altitude, smaller region. highest small region with high altitude, Rioja. Honestly, for this one, I'm not sure. Alavesa. Let me just see. I mean, I would even, sorry, I'm going to change my answer to A, small region with high altitude producing fresh fruity wines with high acidity. But I'm not sure about this one. What is the capital of Rioja? Logroño, Valladolid, Haro, and Cataluyat. Correct answer is A, Logroño. What are the three subzones of Penedes? Baix Penedes, Medio Penedes, Alt Penedes, Alto Penedes, Bajo Penedes, Central Penedes, Penedes Clásico, Penedes Moderno, Penedes Reserva, Coastal Penedes, Mountains Penedes, Valley Penedes. I would say correct answer is A, Baix Penedes, Medio Penedes, and Alt Penedes. So Baix is on the coast, Medio is in the middle, and then Alt is on a higher altitude. Well, what is the synonym for Tempranillo in Penedès? Ulde Libre, Tinta de Toro, Sensible Aragones. Correct answer is A, Ulde Libre. What is the altitude range of Ribera del Duero vineyards? 700 to 900 meters, contributing to high diurnal temperature variation and balanced wines. 1 to 200 meters, promoting early ripening. 4 to 600 meters, resulting in light body wines. D, sea level, producing high acid wines. Correct answer is A, 700 to 900 meters, contributing to high diurnal temperature variation and balanced wines. What is the wine training system commonly used in Rias Baixas? Guillot pruning to limit yields, vertical shoot positioning for high density planting, bush train albarello for reducing water stress, pergola to improve airflow and prevent rot in humid climate. Correct answer is D, pergola to improve airflow and prevent rot in humid climate. What is Merceguera grape used for? Producing light-bodied whites with herbal and citrus notes in Levante region, full-body reds with bold tannins, sparkling wines with floral aromas, sweet wines with tropical fruit flavors. Correct answer is A, producing light-bodied wines with herbal and citrus notes in Levante region. What is Moscatel de Valencia grape grown for? Sweet fortified wines with floral and citrus aromas, crisp whites with high acidity, light body reds with fruity notes, sparkling wines with nutty character. Correct answer is A, sweet fortified wines with floral and citrus aromas. What are the three main grape varieties used in Priorat? Garnacha and Carignan, with international varieties like Cava and Spanish, Tempranillo and Verdejo, Albariño and Sauvignon Blanc, Monastrell and Airén. Correct answer is A, Garnacha, Carignana, with international grapes like Cabernet Sauvignon. What is the climate of Priorat? Warm Mediterranean with low rainfall, ideal for concentrated grape flavors. Cool maritime with frequent rainfall. Hot and dry with desert-like condition. High altitude alpine with short growing season. I would say A, warm Mediterranean with low rainfall, ideal for concentrated grape flavors, but honestly it also comes down to C is very similar alike. So I would say A, but generally warm, dry conditions. What is the topography of Priorat? Steep terraced vineyards with Licorella slate soil to retain heat and water, flat plains with sandy soils, rolling hills with limestone soils, low altitude valleys with heavy clay soils. Correct answer is A, steep terraced vineyards with Licorella slate soil to retain heat and water. What distinguishes the wines from Medio Penedes? Focus on red and white wines, including Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Chardonnay, exclusively sparkling wines, sweet wines with nutty flavors, light-bodied whites with herbal aromas. Correct answer is A, focus on red and white wines. I mean, this is not really a super precise answer. Merlot and Cabernet and Chardonnay, yes, but I believe also on this medio range, or it's probably also on the higher Penedes Penedès region that they produce aromatic grape varieties like Riesling and Gewürztraminer, but I'm not sure about this one. What is the climate of Alt Penedès? So cooler temperatures due to high altitude, ideal for white and sparkling wines. So yeah, I mean the correct answer for, so what are the climate of Alt Penedès? The correct answer is A, cooler temperatures due to high altitudes, ideal for white and sparkling wines. Also, we're almost done. What distinguishes Sauvignon Blanc wines from Rueda? Sweet wines with floral aromas, full-bodied reds with bold tannins, high acidity with tropical fruit flavors, often blended with Verdejo for complexity, sparkling wines with citrus and grassy notes. Correct answer is C, high acidity with tropical fruit flavors, often blended with Verdejo for complexity. Last question. What is the most planted white grape in La Mancha? Sauvignon Blanc, Airén, Albariño, Verdejo. Correct answer is B, Airén. Wine people, congratulations, 65 questions on Spain. I know that sometimes it's not easy, but level 3 is not easy. You need to put the time, the work, the dedication, and I would love to help. I'll see you in the next video. Please stay thirsty and wise.